Capricorn, welcome to your mid-October 2018 reading, focusing on the full moon in Taurus, which is your 5th house of fun, frivolity, children, creativity, and all things light-hearted and fun. It rules the arts, it rules adventure, but bearing in mind, as I explained in the full moon in Taurus video, this is conjuncting Uranus, which is the planet of surprise. So this could actually be a very fun moon or a very surprising one. And I think for you guys, it's sort of like a jack in the box when you're winding and winding and winding, and you're still, you know it's gonna happen. You know the jack's gonna come out of the box. You don't quite know when, so when it happens, regardless, you get that little shock. So that's kind of what this full moon is for you. So you might have an idea what it is, or to be honest, I don't know how anybody could predict what's going to happen for everyone under this full moon, because it is the element of surprise and it's an element of unorthodox. And Capricorn's quite a traditional sign. It's quite subject to structure, and you know, you're ruled by Saturn, which is quite karmic, and he's a tough teacher. And then Uranus is more like, ta-da, you weren't expecting that. It's very much like Uranus is very like Britney Spears. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's a moon in Aquarius thing, I suppose. But anyway, let's see what we've got for you in terms of the cards. I'm gonna draw one of these guidance cards first, though nothing's flipped out, so the jack is not out of the box just yet. Siege, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate and contemplate. We are in Libra season. It is your 10th house of honors. And then we're going to be moving into Scorpio, which is your 11th house of friendship. So you might need a breather, especially before the full moon or around the full moon, because the excitement might be too much. It might be too... Well, there's been very heavy energies with retrograde. Don't forget Venus is retrograding. You could actually be having some issues with friendships. So when the sun moves into Scorpio, we had Mercury move there on the 10th of October. You may be finding that you're communicating things and you're uncertain of what it is that you're receiving back from friendships. You might feel a little bit funny about certain ones that seemed very stable. Or maybe that's where the element of surprise comes out, is a childhood friend, or because 5th house energy is children. So if we see the 6 of Cups in this reading, we'll know we're on to something. So let's see what we've got going on for you, Capricorn. But certainly I think with the 11th house energy and the full moon being in your fun, I think the 5th house is the fun house. I think you could be the life and soul of the party around the full moon or even Halloween. So depending on what you're going as, you might have a really fun costume, or you might have a very fun idea for a party. But we'll see. Now I'll change the camera angle so you'll be able to see the cards, but I'll just go through first what they are. We've Justice underneath, so you could be dealing with a Libra or a legal situation. 10 of Cups, the Emperor. Some of you are dealing with the father or a boss or an Aries person. I'll not get too much into signs. 10 of Pentacles is in the positive position. The challenge is the 9 of Wands, and the outcome is the Page of Cups. So you could be dealing with a water sign, possibly somebody younger, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And underneath we have Justice. So we'll see. I will change the camera and be back with you shortly. Okay, so Capricorn, one thing I'm led to let you know because of the cards is that money this month is going to be particularly good. let me see. We are still dealing with Libra season, so maybe Libra season has increased your career drive. You may receive a promotion, you may receive an increase in pay, or you may receive an opportunity that is brand new. Although I am feeling it's more the completion of something, but as usual with 210s, there is an ending here. So some of you might be ending one chapter of a career and moving on to the next. Some of you also, for those of you that are single, may recently have come out of a relationship and you're looking for something new because the Page of Cups is here. If you are single, there seems to be an indication of new love. If you're currently involved with someone, whether it is the Emperor or Justice, there seems to be somebody, I'm just thinking with 10 of Pentacles and Justice, there could be someone around you that is getting married. And I'm thinking with the Emperor here, and this is probably just for one or two people. But I think for somebody who's possibly getting married, there is a concern over whether or not a father will attend the wedding. Now, this is definitely for just like one person or something. It just seems to be something I'm getting about this. There's a worry that that person won't attend, or worried about the health of that person. There could be concerns about this. I say that because of the 9 of Wands. I feel like there is slightly losing faith surrounding the Emperor person. That could be a father figure, it could be a boss, or it could be an Aries or a Scorpio person. Most likely Aries when I think of the Emperor, but there's beginning to lack faith in a situation surrounding this person, and it's someone you care very deeply about with the 10 of Cups here. So going to clarify. King of Wands. Definitely some of you could be dealing with an Aries person. Wow, some of you are definitely dealing with an Aries person. Obviously not everybody. 3 of Cups. Some of you are attending a very significant or exciting event soon, a celebration, but it's something somewhat out of the ordinary. I don't think it's a celebration that happens all the time. With the 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups, I think, festivals, engagement parties, weddings, it's not an everyday night out type thing. This sort of looks like a special occasion. And the challenge position is the King of Pentacles. Those of you that are dealing with fellow earth signs, or possibly some self-confidence lapses here. There could be challenges in that department. The 9 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So some of you are definitely dealing with new love, and some of you are very comfortable in a relationship. Although, I do think there seems to be, for a couple of you, dealing with either another earth sign or a fire sign. There could be some troubles. And underneath is the High Priestess. So your intuition will be picking up on certain things this month, and you'll have gut feelings. Capricorns are very prone to gut feelings, I find. They have a lot of anxiety-related tension in the stomach. And if it's picking up, there's probably a reason for it, so make sure you're paying attention to it. Also, headaches or something with Capricorns when they're stressed, or they have an inkling that something's wrong. A tension headache is definitely going on for some of you. If it is, it's probably best to get that checked here instead of leaving it. Not because there's necessarily anything wrong, but because it's not good for you to suffer. Okay, so let me see. The Knight of Swords. For some Capricorns, there was a hasty decision surrounding a fire sign person or an air sign person. There was somebody who was making promises and not coming through. Now, the King of Wands can be somebody in business, so it could have been that. I feel like promises that weren't coming through. There's definitely fire sign energy for a lot of Capricorn people in this particular period. Queen of Cups is in the positive position. So there could be a celebration with a female water sign, a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces. There could be some kind of celebrations there. Some of you might have a water sign friend who is getting engaged. This does look like a marriage or an engagement for this person. Because she's coming up as well influenced here with the 3 of Cups. So I feel like this is a friendship, or possibly some of you are getting engaged to a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer. Let me see, the 5 of Cups in the challenge position. So some of you that are single are mourning love's lost. and feeling a little bit pessimistic, especially if it is to do with another earth sign. And the Tower here is warning you not to build things on false pretenses or be because this full moon can make you overly jovial. I think there's a need here not to make rushed decisions. Don't make promises when you're happy. Okay, that's one thing I'm sort of getting from this. If you're feeling very, very happy, don't be making promises to everybody because you might not be able to come through with them, particularly if it is dealing with fellow earth sign energies. But I do think some of you are mourning a love from the past, and some of you are maybe concerned about how you're measuring up either in the workplace or in your relationships. I think this seems to be a self-confidence issue for a lot of you. The Nine of Wands and the King of Pentacles crossing you is wanting to give up on yourself or not being able to do the final climb on the ladder. The Tower to me suggests that you are building something on false pretenses. I'm not necessarily saying it's an engagement or anything like that. It's not the best time to make to get married or have engagements during a Venus retrograde, though I do know of a couple that got married during Venus retrograde, which I don't think would ever crumble necessarily. So depending on the long term or hastiness, I think a hasty situation here, rushing into something, is not going to work out for you. So make sure that you don't just make flippant decisions or make too many promises, Capricorn, because I'm sort of seeing here that you might be trying too much to keep up with the Joneses. The Nine of Pentacles here is all about wanting to appear, luxurious. It's all about getting the things you want and feeling like you're top of the peak here. The Tower card suggests you must only access that if you have a steady foundation. It's not about what the appearances are on the outside. It's more about having a foundation. I'm going to draw one more card to clarify the Tower because I don't like leaving it there. The Hermit. Okay. So yes, there's a need more for spiritual influence rather than materialistic influence. There's a need to go inward and look for certain answers. I do think there could be some news which is somewhat unsettling, but it's not, it's not anything that can't be addressed with some introspective thought. The Tower card to me suggests that there may be, because I see the Ten of Pentacles here as being a lump sum of money or an increase in money. You may spend beyond your means in certain circumstances, but I do think this is maybe a keeping up with the Joneses moment. So don't feel like your worth is dependent on your financial situation. I think earth signs a lot of the time like that. They like the material. But make sure you're not associating it with your worth, okay? Especially as far as friendships are concerned. There may be friendships returning from the past during the Venus retrograde period. And if they have made you question your worth before, be cautious of that happening again. Don't associate somebody, you have to let things come and go without them affecting your mood effectively, is what I'm saying here with the Hermit. Look inward for validation rather than outside, because I do think with Venus retrograde, just remember, people are being a little bit more uncouth. They're not presenting themselves that well a lot of the time. They're coming across as sharp. And I just think if you're feeling a little bit Five of Cups, make sure that you're not looking for validation or that any other person's opinion is going to affect a decision. Similarly, if you are feeling overly optimistic, don't make a decision or a hasty decision, especially if it is surrounding someone from the past. There's a need here to proceed slowly and methodically. It is going to be a very fun full moon for you. But you don't want to, as I say, make too many promises or done deals while Venus is retrograding, because Venus rules your money, okay? So sometimes she can create an illusion of more money and you can spend beyond your means. And sometimes she can unearth money you didn't realize you had, and then you get comfortable, you spend it all, and then you have a little bit of like a pinch moment. I also think there could be a situation surrounding a water sign person, possibly younger, where something unexpected may happen. But to me, it looks a little bit like an overreaction, possibly coming from the this is something minor. This isn't something that's already happened. I sort of feel like there could be a little bit of a hiccup with this person in terms of the Tower here. You may realize you had different ideas about something. There's a need not to overreact to it. The Hermit always asks you to meditate and look within and take a step back and reflect on it, okay? So just be mindful of that. That did come up for Pisces too, was needing to sort of detach from other people's drama, especially if you are dealing with an Aries, because, they had that... Mars was retrograding for a long time. That was their energy. They're still picking up from that. In the final 2 weeks of October, don't leap before you look, okay? There is, as I say, a very jovial energy surrounding this full moon. And I sort of suspect you must be careful in terms of overstepping the mark or overspending, okay? Just a word of caution. I do think, though, that whatever this Tower card in the Hermit is sort of a minor blip, but there is a need to make sure you're not doing anything. Your big expenditure is not welcome during a Venus retrograde period anyway, and certainly there seems to be a financial opportunity. I do feel like a female water sign is well aspected here in terms of a friendship, with the Three of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. There could be an opportunity with them. You might receive an opportunity from a water sign. You might receive very good news from a water sign. Some of you might be reuniting with a water sign, with the Three of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, or this could be someone within your family. Okay, so I certainly seem to see a love offer come in, but as I say, and this is for those of you that are single, the Knight of Swords can always represent someone rushing in from the past as well. I think a lot of tarot readers read it that way. There's a need to proceed with caution because chances are, with this person, the same problems apply. Okay, so be mindful of that. If someone rushing in from the past or somebody rushing in brand new and coming on too strong, you don't want to build anything on false foundations and end up feeling lonely with the Hermit here. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that reading, Capricorn, and got something from it, and I'll see you in November. Bye.